Welcome. Here we're going to talk about doing conversions with English units. So we'll start with an example. The example I'd like to do is I would like to convert 4.5 yards into feet. So this is the task I'm trying to do. I will look at the conversion factor is the number of yards or number of feet in a yard. So the conversion factor for this is 1 yard equals 3 feet. So this piece of information is going to come from either a table or maybe you memorize this number, but this is known. And that's a piece of information that we either look up or we have already memorized. Now, I have this conversion factor, and it can be expressed as what is referred to as a unity fraction, which to me always sounds like a party, like a unity party, right? So we can express this in two ways. We can either say that 3 feet over 1 yard, or we can write it as 1 yard over 3 feet. So we've discussed this before on this channel, but something that's important about these two things is that these unity fractions, 3 feet over 1 yard or 1 yard over 3 feet, these are equal to 1. So these are equal things, right? 3 feet equals 1 yard. So when I write them as a fraction like this is 1. And so is this other. They're both equal to 1. And that's important because when we do the conversion, we want to change the way something looks without changing its value. And we do this a lot in mathematics. In order to do that, we multiply by 1. So we're changing the way 4.5 yards looks without changing its value. So let's continue with our example. So I need to multiply 4.5 yards by one of these two fractions, 3 feet over 1 yard or 1 yard over 3 feet. The way I decide which one to do is I will look at the numerator, and the numerator of the one on the left is feet, and the numerator of the one on the right is yards. My final goal should always be in the numerator. So my final goal for this problem is feet, so I'm going to choose the one that has feet in the numerator. The other way to think about it instead is to look at the denominator, and the thing we're trying to cancel should be in the denominator. So here I have yards in my denominator. So I'm going to proceed with my example. I'm going to multiply 4.5 yards by 3 feet over 1 yard. What this allows me to do is cancel the units, those yards. This is essential. If you can't cancel the units, if the units don't work out, we're going to be sad, right? So it is essential that the units cancel. The only unit that has not been canceled that I'm left with is feet, which is good because that's the final answer I'm trying to achieve. 4.5 times 3 is 13.5. The yards have canceled, so the only unit I'm left with is feet. So we treat the feet and the yards almost like the way we treat variables in numbers. So, you can cancel x's or y's. We can cancel the units as well. So when one is in the numerator and one in the denominator. So that is how we do a simple conversion using English units from one to the other.